Greetings Pokemon players, I'm Professor Konjux and today we're going to learn how to play the Pokemon Trading Card Game. We'll be using the Decidueye theme deck as well as the Incineroar theme deck that we showcased in an earlier video. We'll start off by shuffling our deck of cards, but we also have to find a starting player. This is decided with a coin flip, but in this case we'll be using a dice, which is perfectly fine as long as it's translucent. A heads is represented by the even numbers 2, 4, 6, and a tails is represented by the odd numbers 1, 3, 5. Once you're done shuffling, present your deck of cards to your opponent so he can cut your deck. This is done to avoid suspicion of cheating. Our player on the left rolls the dice, so the player on the right calls heads or tails. Heads was called, but the dice landed on tails, so our player on the left decides who starts. We're starting with the player on the left. Then you draw 7 cards from your deck. From these cards you have to choose a starting Pokemon. This Pokemon has to be a basic Pokemon and cannot be a stage 1 or a stage 2. The Pokemon you choose as your starter is put in the front of the playing field face down. If you have more basic Pokemon on your hand, you can play these on your bench face down as well. But you can't have more than 5 Pokemon on your bench in total. When all this is done, you will place your 6 prize cards. These are your win conditions, and for each Pokemon you knock out, you get 1 prize. Once you've taken all your prizes, you win! Once all this is done, you can start your turn. Your turn starts with drawing a card from your deck. Hereafter you can do the following 3 things. Attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, place a basic Pokemon on your bench, or play a trainer card. Remember, you can only play 1 energy per turn, so choose wisely. Since this is the first turn of the game, you're not allowed to attack and therefore have to pass the turn to your opponent. Your opponent may also attach an energy card from hand, place a basic Pokemon on his bench, play a trainer card, and he may also attack. Since his Pokemon's attack requires 2 energies and he has no more cards to play from his hand, he will have to pass the turn. Again, your turn starts by drawing a card from your deck. We'll attach our 1 energy per turn to our Rowlet and are now ready to attack with Leafage for 20 damage. Remember to state the name of the attack clearly so there is no confusion. 20 damage is shown with a dice on the number 2. When you attack, your turn automatically ends. Our opponent draws a card from his deck, attaches an energy to his Stuffle, and is now ready to attack with Tackle for 30 damage. This is shown with a dice on the number 3. Once again, the attack automatically ends your turn, and it's now our turn. We draw a card from our deck to begin our turn. We power up our Fomantis on the bench in case Rowlet gets knocked out. This time we play an item card. You can play as many item cards as you want during your turn. Big Malasada heals 20 damage and status conditions from your Pokemon, but we'll go over status conditions in a later video. We're getting ready to attack and clearly announce Leafage for 20 damage to Stuffle. Your opponent begins his turn by drawing a card from his deck, attaches an energy to his benched Pokemon, and since he has no more cards to play, he will do Tackle for 30 damage, ending his turn. We begin our turn by drawing a card from our deck, attaching yet another energy to our Fomantis, since Rowlet is close to being knocked out. This turn we'll be using another item card, Timer Ball. Timer Ball tells us to flip 2 coins. In this case we roll a dice 2 times. For each heads, that is 2, 4, 6 we may find 1 evolved Pokemon in our deck, so either a stage 1 or a stage 2. Since we only hit 1 heads, we may only find 1 evolved Pokemon. We find a Torchic for our Rowlet so it can survive another hit from Stuffle. Since we attached our energies to Fomantis, we can't use Torchic's big attack for a knockout on Stuffle, so remember to plan ahead. We announce Sharp Blade Quill for 20 damage on Stuffle and end our turn without a knockout. This was a quick rundown on how the first couple of rounds in a Pokemon game is played. Hope you found it interesting and educational. You're more than welcome to leave questions and comments, and I will always appreciate a like. So don't forget to subscribe and have fun until next time. Bye!